So the first thing I would say is whether or not this is a reparative effort is up for debate. I am not sure if it's a reparative effort because I don't know what his motive was. So what I would do in this case, if this was Frank sitting in my office, like make believe, I would say, let's go back because I would want to get a lot closer to that thing, such as his pacing back and forth and the self-talk, like the piece of shit that he is, and the escalating rage. I would have to get into the rage because clearly there was a ton of rage there, as I know, because he said tear into this person, which suggests that he was ready to really go after her, right? But what happened is in my opinion, we don't know the answer whether this was truly a reparative act because Dr. R didn't ask any exploratory questions. He already knew, based on a theory, what Frank was experiencing, what he needed. In other words, you and I, Renee, spoke in our prior discussions about guilt and shame, about different theories. Where does it come from? What does it look like? Why is it here? Of course, we did give some examples along the way, but it was mostly theory. And that's what Dr. R does. So I would say, let's go back and look at when you were pacing back and forth, what was going through your mind? What were you thinking? You see, that's the kind of stuff that I want to hear. Not just that I want to hear it, but I want Frank to get more closely attuned to all of what was going on inside of him. So from this perspective, we don't know what fueled Frank's rage. What actually made him want to tear into this woman? Or, let me just say again, this is a theory and I wouldn't suggest this to Frank, but maybe when he was left waiting, there was something unconsciously that got stirred up in him, which is not uncommon, by the way, for people who have narcissistic vulnerabilities.